Okay. I hope the backdrop is all good. So yeah, I thought whilst the little guy is napping, I'd do a video on homemaking. I mean, I know I've done a few videos. Hopefully this one will be more put together than the others. If I keep looking over here, I've wrote notes. I don't know how much of a help they're gonna be, but I thought it was worth a try. So homemaking, it's something that I think has changed a lot over the years, how people view it. Even myself, you know, I'm no exception. I was in the world just like everybody else. And it's only recently that my mind's been changed, especially since becoming a mum. That's definitely had a big impact in how I view the job. So I used to think that it wasn't an important job, that it was something that people done if they couldn't get a proper job or a good job. You know, it was just like a cop out. You just stayed at home and you didn't get your own money, you let somebody do all the work. You had to like rely upon your husband, and I viewed that as like not a good thing. Just like how the world does. The world has had such a big impact in how men and women, but you know, young women have viewed a lot of different things, and this is something that sadly just not valued. Now I know different. We've been looking, you know, in the Bible and what God said, and it just sort of made sense. And when I first started staying home, it was just something natural, like something that I feel like God wanted me to do. Something that, you know, I used to pray, and I used to tell you I used to pray about showing me what to do, like for God to show me what my purpose is and what I should be doing. And then I stayed at home and it was just like, oh wow. I feel like this is what I should be doing, but I still had the thoughts of like, nah, it's not good enough. I should be doing more. I should be doing something else, you know. Anyway, and I think for me, I mean, I've got notes, but I haven't wrote down any sort of Bible verses. I'm just gonna be talking like, you know, from me, from what I think, but we've been looking at a lot of Bible verses, so they're there. And yeah, so I'm not gonna quote any, but for me, it was like at school, you learn to study hard, you get good grades, and then you can get to a good uni or a sixth form college, and then you can get a good job. And that's all that matters. That's it. And it was sort of like the people who had babies young and stayed at home whilst their husbands or their partners, you know, worked all day. That was like dropouts, people who didn't get good grades or who couldn't get a proper job, or people who couldn't get a good job. And it's just so twisted because it's not the truth. So yeah, you know, I done the thing. I got good grades, and I didn't like school. I didn't want to go to college, but I went to college, and I did drop out, and I went to another one, and I done all of that. I got my grades, and I still weren't happy. And I started working 2 jobs, and yeah, cool. I liked the paycheck, but I wasn't happy. and it never came natural to me. I loved learning, and I think it's important to go to school and to study, to do your best. But I didn't like school. I did not like it. So it never came natural to me. I like learning. I like to teach myself things. I like to read and all that, but I didn't like school. College was the same. I didn't like it. Yeah, so anyway, working, I liked it, but I didn't feel like it was my purpose, you know. Anyway, and I just realised about all these stains, and that's Jessie. So yeah, so and I think that that was a complete ramble. Not on my notes, but still. And you know, I didn't have kids in mind. It wasn't a priority. And I think that's another thing that sort of doesn't get taught, but I think it's something that just subconsciously gets told, you know, makes people think. Because a lot of people, like, I know, the kids are not a priority anymore, you know. And then I looked at like my nan, and my great nan had 10 kids, started pretty young, maybe 19, 18 maybe, when she got married. And it's just, I was like, no, that's not me. That's not the way the world is anymore. And you know, it's just, it really upsets me that kids are just not valued. Like, they're such a blessing, and Jessie and the kids are just such an amazing thing, such a big part of my life, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And they are such a value, and they're a gift, and they're just, like, I think people love their kids, of course, but I think the idea of staying home and looking after your kids full time, people think it's not like respectable. When there's nothing better. What could be better than raising your kids and looking after them and looking after the house and creating a peaceful environment for your husband? Yeah. And there are exceptions. The world has just got so bad that some people can't. They need the extra wage, and that's that. Otherwise, they cannot provide good care for their babies and for their children. And I'm not knocking that, you know. I'm not knocking that at all. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta look after those babies, and your husband and yourself. Maybe you don't have babies, but you'd be homeless or something without the extra wage. Or, yeah, there's exceptions, of course, and I'm not saying everyone should have to stay home and completely ruin your quality of life just so that you can stay home and be unhappy. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But for people who have the option that they could stay at home, but they don't think it's a good job, or something valued, or something respectable, that's just society, you know, what the world tells you. That's actually not true. Like, God has different plans for men and women. I feel like I don't even know who I'm even addressing. It's just the way my words keep coming out. But God has plans for different people, and there's nothing wrong with staying home. I found out it's not an easy job. I thought it was easy. People just sat around all day. Like, that is not the case. I am on the move. I mean, you know, I'm on the move 24/7 with Jessie, like, and yeah, nobody likes chores, but it's just a mindset. Like, I don't feel like I'm in all day doing chores. It's like I'm creating a happy home for you, you know, and for Jessie and for the kids, and it's not easy, and it's tired, and it's constant, and I lose motivation. But when I see the end result of like Jessie being healthy, sleeping peacefully, the home being tidy, and you coming home and the home being peaceful, it keeps me motivated. That is my motivation. And it's just, it makes me happy. It makes me really happy. And you know, I went to work and I tire myself out, and I just didn't get it. I don't get it, because I went to work, I'd come home, do the housework, and even like when you come home and you'd help me with the housework, I was still tired. I was even more tired because I just went to work all day. Came back, done dinner, tidied up. You know, the house was never trashed, but there was days and it'd take ages to clear everything because I was just so tired. And I just thought, why are we doing this to ourselves, you know? Like, I don't know. I think, like, you know, the best job, something that brings you peace, creates a happy atmosphere, and like that's this gives me such peace, and the world will never be able to tell me that this is either not a job, or not a respectable job, or not a valued job, or not, or you know, it's just an easy job, or it's just for people that can't do any better, that can't get work or whatever. Like, I'm not listening to none of that, because it's not true. Women have done this for hundreds of years, and it wasn't because they couldn't go to work like the men, or they couldn't work, you know, they couldn't work with men, they couldn't do those jobs. You know, women done it because it's our nature to raise our young, to look after the home. I didn't realize how natural it was until I started doing it, and it's like I just feel so close to God, because that's what he made me to do. Like, it's something that comes naturally. And I know, you know, when you help me, like, I mean, I'm blessed, very blessed, because, you know, you help me and stuff even after you've gotten to work. If it's been a particularly stressful day, maybe with a baby or whatever, but it never feels like a burden or something that I don't enjoy doing. I don't wake up in the morning and think, oh, I just can't, like, you know, I don't want to, you know, I hate this, and, you know, no. I mean, there's days I'm like, I cannot be bothered, like, I'm tired, you know, Jessie's been up all night, but when I'm doing it, I'm happy, and I'm glad I'm doing it, and, like, I want to change it. Why is it such a bad thing? Like, why is it, if you decide that you want to do this, all of a sudden we're, like, wrong, or we're, being like manipulated or brainwashed? Like, what do you mean? No no, like, this is what I am called to be doing. Like, that is for sure. It's the only thing that has just felt right in terms of work when I've been working. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand the world, which I guess is a good thing. I don't want to understand the world, and the world is so fallen that I know this is not an option for everybody. But I'm very blessed that it's been an option for me, and that God has allowed me to do this, to look after. And it hurts, it like saddens me that a lot of women either miss this opportunity because they don't want to have babies, because then they can't do their big career that they've, you know, studied all this time to do. They just have to be at home and look after babies. And it hurts me that, you know, people you know, have babies and then they go to nursery, and who knows how they're being taught, what they're being taught, how they're being treated. You know, you don't. It's sad, and I think people are missing out on this opportunity of homemaking. And I never even knew what homemaking was. I only realised that when I started watching YouTube. It was always just a stay-at-home mum. And there's just such a negativity around that, like a stay-at-home mum. even in the beginning when I was, you know, I didn't want to tell people that I was a stay-at-home mom. I just felt it was just negativity around that, like how people would view me. Hey, who cares? I don't care how people are gonna view me, because this is the best job. Nah, I don't want another one. I don't want another job. This is what I want to do. And if God, you know, I'm gonna follow God, and I'm gonna follow you, and you know, I don't know what the future holds, but right now I'm just loving this, and I don't think that will ever change. I love being here, being home, looking after the home, looking after the babies, just the baby, and just, you know, the kids. Yeah, I love it. And it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. The world is just trying to get everyone to miss out on the good things. It just wants everyone to view everything as negative, and there's not anything negative in this. I get to view Jesse's first milestones, you know, I get to watch his first everything. Get to comfort him when he's ill. Well, I wouldn't want anyone else comforting him when he's ill. I want to do that, you know. So yeah, I'm very blessed. And homemaking is great, and I can't thank God enough. So yeah, I hope that made sense. I don't think I followed my notes. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah,